So here's an Overland noob tip for you. Here in the Pacific Northwest, it obviously rains a lot, and we're having a particularly damp and wet spring. And so we booked a whole bunch of stuff ahead of time just because you have to around here in order to get good camping spots. And of course it rained, not for the whole weekend, but definitely rained pretty hard last night and in through the day. And when you're putting away your tent, there's obviously no way you're going to be able to dry it. So I would say one of the key things that you have to do after every single trip, and particularly here in the Northwest when there's a lot of moisture that will get collected in the tent, on the tent, even when you fold it up, there's no way to dry it. And that is when you get home and back into your shop, go ahead and open everything up, the awning, the tent, leave the flaps open, make sure you kind of dry it out as best you can and give it some air. That way you can make sure you don't get any mold in there. This kind of goes the same thing with any sort of ground tent that you might have because you'll be tracking moisture and dampness in it. You'll be folding it in the rain and what have you. But for these things in particular, since you're spending literally thousands of dollars, just make sure you open them up and let them dry out and air out a little bit before you use them next. So I've got a couple weeks before my next trip. Obviously, I won't leave it here for the next 2 weeks because I do like to drive it. I'll be driving Jane there for a couple days while this thing airs out because I don't want to take the tent off, even though it's light enough for me to do so. But yeah, there's a tip for you. Air everything out, dry everything off as best you can. Take care of your equipment. That way, your investment in the tent, in your Jeep, and everything else will last, hopefully for the life of the Jeep. There you go. Thanks for watching.